All right, guys, I have the Glock 34 Gen 5 in 9mm. So, as always, we're gonna check mag, make sure the chamber is empty. So, I've already upgraded the sights, obviously, but I'll go over that in a second. There are actually two features to this really that were kind of my selling point for this, because I am a big fan of the Gen 4s. I did like the Gen 4s, even though I had kind of stippled the front grips off of them. That's the only thing I wasn't a big fan of. But I am a big fan of the Gen 5s. I do like the grip. I've actually already gone and put the beaver tail on here. I don't know, it's kind of just my personal preference, and the handle on the firearm itself, it just really fits my hand really snug. So when we're looking at just the firearm itself, we have front serrations, back serrations, as well as this is the MOS version. So I am actually waiting on Optics Planet to send me my Holosun SES. I'm actually going to be slapping that on here as soon as I get it. And I haven't given me a ship date yet, but I'm still patient. So with this, there were just really two things that stood out to me that I really liked. I have put flared magwells on my previous Glock, or I put a magwell on my previous Glock, which I really liked. So the fact that this one comes kind of with already a flared magwell, it's not too pronounced. It's nothing that's I don't know who conceal carries a Glock 34. More power to you if you can. But this is not super pronounced to where if you were to conceal it, that it was going to be poking out of your shirt. Okay, it's nothing of a nuisance when you're, and as well, like I'm sure if you're a 3-gunner or even just want to go to pistol comps, you're going to be putting on that big one anyway. So that said, this is I didn't know necessarily as well. I know that the Gen 5s as well will come with a you can actually get this beveled out. So whether or not that's a preference for you or that's a priority for you, it didn't really matter to me as much. I know for the weight and the longer I have this, I'm sure I'm going to end up doing some like sending it into a company and getting it milled out. So either way, just as of now, this is pretty as stock as I can make it. Nothing done with the trigger or anything like that. Just the sights have been upgraded. But as just the magwell goes, and then I never thought this would make such a big difference, but these slide release, just the little bubble that they put on there is so nice when you go to release it. All right, I know some of depending on what you do, if you do gross motor skills and you just want to release it like that, that's fine. But I am actually a fan of doing that sometimes, just for when I am doing speed reloads. I never thought these two things would be such a big difference for me, but they really are. I will be buying. Whether or not I get another flared magwell, or if I just want to buy an insert for this right here. I know people who use Glocks that or not even just Glocks, but if there's any kind of thing here, you sometimes will get when you're doing reloads. I don't know if it's kind of hard to do on camera, but one of these days I'm going to hit a round on there, and that's just because that's just the nature of the beast. That's what happens to me sometimes, is I will hit the round and then I'll actually have like a bullet fall out or something like that, something stupid. But other than that, I just wanted to kind of show you guys my new pistol. This is, I'm actually really happy that I got this as well. And I'm looking at, if you haven't seen my Safari Line holster videos, go ahead and watch those. Again, guys, please like, subscribe. Any questions, comments for me, please leave them down below. I do like the beaver tails just because I personally carry a SIG P365 XL, and that's the Spectre Gold one. I don't know why, I've really grown accustomed to beaver tails. So now it's like, if I don't have one, I kind of feel weird. But then again, it's a Glock as well. We're gonna go ahead and the trigger here. Let's see if I can get this on camera better, and it's nothing too crazy on the take up either. I am a fan of what they've done with the Gen 5 triggers too. Right there. And it's just as soon as you depress the center part of the trigger, you're gonna feel resistance, and then it's just at that break is when you feel it. So, you know, and anybody who's owned a Glock or two, I'm sure it's just gonna be another tool in their toolbox. So, and as well, everybody modifies the shit out of these things anyway. So, as well. So, looking at just the firearm itself, I've already looked at that, and then just come with 3 mags. I know that not all of them have orange followers, but I have the orange followers there somewhere else, but I just wanted to put 3 mags just to show you that it does come with 3 mags. And then as well, it comes with the 2 back straps. So it'll have this one, which is the large, and then the one that is on here is the medium. And then it will actually have the 2 pins that it will come with. So it will come with that little one right there, not the one with the square, but the pin to put inside of your back strap. So it'll come with a smaller one if you don't want the back strap, and then it will come with a bigger one for you in order to put the medium and the large back straps on there. And then as well, it comes with this little dinky thing, which nobody ever really uses. You got your cleaning brushes, and then you will have all your manual safety stuff, manual safety, everything. But yeah, guys, any questions, comments about this thing? I have the Trijicon HDs. These are actually the updated versions. These are the Trijicon Hd Xrs. So I think it's extra range. So basically what they had done with it is they just made it a little bit more of a thinner front sight in order for you to differentiate just a little bit more at distance, just so you're not, it doesn't take up the whole target when you go to present the weapon. You have a little bit of play, just so you can differentiate between just in a smaller circumference of area. So if you're shooting at the head, you can shoot at the left or right eye instead of just having the face taken up by the whole sight. So it's the best way I can describe it. And then actually let's go ahead and just disassemble. Slight pullback there. Yep, this is pretty much this is a Glock. Anyone who's ever seen it, if you haven't seen a Glock and this is all new to you, then this is pretty much what they look like inside. Okay, and you can see that right there, those both going up there. It is ambidextrous controls on the slide release. And I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that's ambidextrous about this, unless you want to take this, the magazine, the mag release, and then switch it to the other side. You can do that as well. You have this here as well, and that big old barrel, big old 5-inch, 5.2, 5.3 inch barrel. Some say 5.2, some say 5.3. I think it's like 5.31 is how it's advertised. And then I've seen other people say different. All right. Yeah. Guys, Glock 34, Gen 5.